You are watching Tech Confessions, created by Amy Lewis and brought to you by VMware.
Jeremiah, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So we're here today to talk about your software-defined moment.
Yeah, so my software-defined moment was going back to around 2005, 2006. I was working for an energy company in Michigan, and we were building a new data center. So the IT manager rushed in really fast and said, hey, I heard about this company called VMware. I think they can save us a bunch of money in our data center build. Can you just do some research and figure out if that's the right thing for us? Sure, no problem. So I look at it. It looks interesting. You know, at that time, I'm a Windows, Linux admin. And so I downloaded it, started playing with it. Still wasn't really clear on what I was doing with it. So I called up VMware and said, hey, I need some help. So they send out one of their SEs, Chris Everett, who's awesome guy. Tons of people know him and love him. And so he came out, sat down with me, showed me the ropes, and it just was like, boom, like this is fantastic. This is great. This is what we need to be doing. And so at that moment, I kind of denounced everything else I was doing in tech and said, this is what I'm doing full time. And so we ended up from that moment going straight through and working with different vendors for the hardware footprint for the data center and everything else. And we did a full production line for VMware. Everything was running on VMware when we moved into the new data center. It was awesome. And that was kind of the moment that we don't need to have, at the time, 500 physical servers. We need 10. And then we can make all this happen. And so that was kind of the realization at that point that this is where everything's going.
And as a consultant, you probably have witnessed many more aha moments for your customers and even again for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. For myself, even as software-defined, X comes out, storage networking, when vSAN first came out, that was, something that I was really excited about because I'd been saying for years, like, there's got to be a way to not have to have a back-end storage array. There's got to be a way to just use, commodity hardware to, expand, use the storage across everything, and so that was another kind of like, yes, we're getting there, we're on the right track. Same thing with NSX, and so then transforming that to our customers, or talking to our customers about that, and saying, hey, you don't have to spend all of this money on all of these different things. We can do this in software. It performs just as well, if not better. It's secure. And so then when we talk to customers, and then we talk to them about vSAN or NSX, and then it's really cool because as a consultant, I do workshops, and so you do a lot of whiteboarding. We talk to them about different areas of tech and what their business cases are, and so we can see that, like, when we're defining something for them and trying to solve a problem for them, all of a sudden you look around the room and you just see people, very engaged, and you kind of see them, like, the realization on their face, that this is, that's really cool. Can you talk more about that? And so all the time with customers, we see that happen.
So you do workshops, which is awesome.
Yep.
And I know you're also involved with the VMUG. Here we are in Indianapolis today.
Yes.
I know you're involved in Detroit.
Yes, I'm a co-leader in Detroit for the VMUG there. Detroit is booming, so they have a huge tech hub. There's tons of companies that are moving downtown. They'll have a lot of incentive to move downtown, and so the hustle and bustle down there, whether it's for the VMware user group, whether it's for another vendor, there's always tech companies, looking at, public cloud, or looking at, DevOps or everything like that. The community is huge down there. And so, being a VMUG leader, I'm trying to get that more focused out there and have, just grow that community. Because I know, the community is what makes, everything kind of happen, so even if I was going to be involved in the community when I'd first started, I might have had a leg up on the situation. And so when you can just have, those people that don't really maybe know a lot about it, or maybe they know a lot about it and they want to learn more, they want to network, being able to get those people together and learn together, and then, you develop friendships and everything else. It's fantastic.
That's awesome. That's great. And you're also an NSX Expert, so your credentials just keep on going here.
Well, so not NSX Expert. I'm just a regular Expert. And I applied for vSAN. vSAN's my specialty, actually.
Okay.
But I do know NSX, but I haven't done enough with it to for me to personally qualify as
Sure.
as one.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a vExpert. I have very strong passion for the for the community as a whole. I'm always trying to help people, whether that's either write a blog article or help enable people, educate people. I'm always kind of volunteering to do education enablement internally with our company and with our customers. So it's just, I love doing it, and I think that's what really kind of makes me a vExpert from that perspective, is just being able to go out and show and help people understand it better.
It's probably pretty rewarding for you too.
Yeah, I very much enjoy it.
Nice. And looking forward, are there any trends that you see coming up with customers, something we should be on the lookout for?
A lot of customers are, I see two things happening. One is a lot of customers are talking NSX. I think NSX started off kind of slow, and customers were kind of like, not really sure about this thing. Same thing with everything software defined, right? It takes some time.
Sure.
But now, yeah, every customer I walk into is asking questions about NSX. So that's a big one. And then hybrid cloud, VMware Cloud on AWS, that's a big talking point. A lot of customers I walk into, the first thing they want to know is, hey, do you know about this VMware Cloud thing? Can you tell us about it? And so I think a lot of people were maybe a little skeptical or a little, like, I don't know what this thing is. Is this a real kind of hybrid cloud option? And it absolutely is. And I think now that's starting to show, based on customers talking about it, customer feedback, and customers saying, hey, we want to know about this. We have these ideas, or these, valid ideas in use cases. And so I think that is, a big thing that's going to be on the upswing here.
The keynote today.
The keynote today, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me.
When you're ready to make your tech confession, you can join us at techconfessionstheshow.com.